Hi, this is War, and you are watching the Arizona Music Show.
Low rider, baby.
Why should we be friends? I mean...
It's the afternoon of the War concert, and the band's tour bus has just arrived at Tim's Toyota Center. David and Russell are on their way up to the second floor to meet with Eddie Dela Cruz and Gary Spiker for a quick rundown of what it took to bring War to Tim's Toyota Center.
Yeah, so we're happy to have War. We almost didn't have him. We had to cancel the date. Mega, our big supporter and our sponsor for this concert, was willing to give us a whole bunch of money, $120,000 of advertising for the War concert. It's one of their top bands that they promote a lot on the station in Phoenix.
Right.
And they were celebrating their 10th year anniversary that same day. Wow. So at that time we had to make a decision, well, we're not going to do it if we're not going to get this support from Mega. Right. And after talking to their agents, Paradigm in New York, and the band, we finally agreed to change the date to today, September 24th. Right. And here we are, hours away from having War live here at Tim's Toyota Center in Prescott Valley.
A month after the concert, we met with Eddie Dela Cruz and Gary Spiker for the event center's thoughts on the show and just what goes into preparing the venue for a band like War.
To negotiate a deal and a price for the artist, and of course a date that works with us and works with the band, and then we start putting the whole production together. We start looking for sound and lighting companies. We'll put that out to bid. This year it was Rhino and Heritage, audio and visual. Rhino doing the rigging, and Heritage doing the lights and sounds for the concert. So once we had that in place, we stayed in communication with War on the promotional side. We were very fortunate this year to hook up and partner up with Mega 104.3 and the Manic Hispanic.
Hey, I'm the Manic Hispanic. James Rivas is my real name, but Manic Hispanic, I've been using that radio name for about 25 years. Originally from South Phoenix. Right now I'm on a radio station called Mega 104.3, and I have a cruising show on Sunday called Cruising with the Manic Hispanic. We play a lot of oldies. We do a lot of songs like Santana, War, those type of groups, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And then during the week you can catch my show at night from 7 to 10 called The Quiet Storm, for all you lovebirds. But it's been very exciting to be up here in Prescott Valley. We're here tonight at Tim's Toyota Center for the big War concert. And why am I excited? I've been a huge War fan for many, many years. Now, I'm not going to tell you my age, but I'll tell you, War was like my first concert that I ever went to. My first concert that I ever been to live, it was a War concert. So that's why it's very cool that I'm here tonight. I'm excited to see them. And of course, Mega 104.3 is a big station that was behind pushing it, because of course the radio station does a lot of old school. We have a lot of listeners from the Latino community, from the lowrider community, and of course War always has a huge following in that community. So it was very, very huge for Mega to get behind this War concert up here in Prescott Valley. I'm excited.
How many people drove up all the way from the valley of the sun?
Component of 5 or 6 different companies to make this happen, just like Rhino and just like Heritage. If they don't do their job, then we can't put this show together. We have the venue, we have the space, but they brought in everything that we needed and everything that the band required on the rider. The show was advanced very easily, so everything that they needed to have a great show was here, and we saw that show. The compliments that we got from a lot of people that know about music. It was just a jam. It was a great jam. It's one of the best jams that I've seen in years. And I've been seeing War and other groups for many years. So, complications, I did not see too many. You know, we would have liked to have some more people here, but we understand how the economy is now. It's not everyone can just come to everything. And there's always a lot of things happening in the valley and here in Prescott area. So I think the most the most disappointing thing is that we really wanted a lot more people to enjoy this show and see what war's about and to recognize the veterans. But other than that, we saw it as a success, and we can't wait to work with them again.
Gary Spiker, General Manager of Tim's Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us about war. War was a really good success. We were really glad to do it. When we met with some of the band members from war, one of them had actually been in Vietnam. So we got the idea with him about actually bringing in some other veterans. So we went around to a lot of the businesses and asked if they would buy some tickets to help get some of the Vietnam vets here that gave so much of themselves and didn't get a lot of credit when they came home. So a lot of the businesses put in some money. We had 250, 300 vets that we collected tickets for that got to come to the event that might not have had a chance to do it. So it really made it fun for everybody to see the group from, you know, the early 70s that was a peace group, and they had a great time with that. So we honored them, and a lot of those folks are still coming, and they've been very appreciative of what we've done. So we were happy for some of the folks you saw in other segments that have given money to do that. So thank you for all those supporters. It took a lot of time to put this together. A lot of behind the scenes. You know, it cost about $17,000, let's say, to bring in the company to do the sound and lights, and we bring in professional people to do that. It takes us about 8 to 10 people, 8 to 10 hours just to cover the ice. The arena here is an ice arena. We have a hockey team. So whenever we do an event, we have to cover the ice. So just to do that takes a lot of man time. And then when we bring in the lighting companies for the requests, every group that comes in, whether it's Miranda Lambert, Clint Black, War, they have different requests for their sound. So we bring a company in. We usually use a company out of Phoenix named Rhino. They work around the whole country. They work with big venues, and they bring up the folks to hang all the stuff from the ceiling and the rafters and make sure it's all safe and get it done. It takes lots of hours to get that done. They have approximately 10 to 12 people, and it varies again if there's 8 people or 15 people, depending on how fast they have to get it done and the amount of stuff. With the company that was doing the commercials, gee, Jerry, you know, we appreciate all you guys running around doing everything, but we had a lot of volunteers that volunteered time to help us at the doors and do things to make this really a great success. And I also need to thank the Arizona Music Show. They were behind this from the beginning. They came in, had an idea with some of this to, you know, help do the commercials and help promote it and film all the veterans. So thanks to the Arizona Music Show for backing the program of war.
In addition to Jerry Barrett and J.R. Williams filming the event, professional photographer John Seaman was on hand, taking still shots of the arena and war.
Good concert, I guess. I didn't really get to hear much of it. I was too busy taking pictures. So I think I took about 270 images that night of just the concert. So this is Lonnie. I was standing alongside the stage, and I shot downstage from him, and he was walking back for some reason, and he was taking a break, but it wasn't between songs. It was actually a song going on then. And he was thinking, I guess, and I just shot this image of him. Let me zoom in a little closer. I took a technique called dragonizing, which is it takes and grunges the image up and brings blacks to the foreground. And it subdues the colors, and it makes them look very, very muddy and understated. And then what I did is I took the original image and I turned it into a line drawing and superimposed it over the top of that, and it looking like this. This is what dragonizing does. This is what the original image looks like, and this is what it got changed to. Significantly different. Skin's more brown. There's a lot of blacks that are peeking up through the thing. Turn the colors more towards the blue, I guess. I wanted dark, moody colors out of all of that. So I did that with quite a few of the images. It's called dragonizing and line drawing. And you can't really tell here, but all of these lines, all of this is actually being drawn in. It means that I've been doing photography for 40 years. Ouch. 40 years.
There were many giveaways for the fans in attendance, including from local radio station KPPV, 106.7 FM.
Hi, we're Sanford and Terry Cohen, the owners of the Mix 106.7 FM KPPV, celebrating our 26th year of broadcasting here in Prescott Valley in the Quad City area, and we are absolutely excited about the War concert at the Tim's Toyota Center. We're very excited about this. We love the band. We're glad to have them here in Prescott Valley. 26 years ago, could you have imagined that we would be hosting a War concert here in Prescott Valley?
Nothing at this caliber. This is very exciting. We're the big time now.
We're sponsoring the best seat in the house. So that's what our job's going to be. We're going to get to upgrade somebody from the rafters right up to the front row so they can see War up close. But hey, up close, far back, doesn't matter. You can dance in your seat no matter where you are to this band, because their music is just awesome.
Before War hit the stage, it was Russell's moment to give away a guitar from his store, donated by Dean and signed by the guys in the band.
Russell, he is with Arizona Drum and Music, and he made this guitar possible. Him and Dean Guitars, and give us a little bit of history about that.
We got the guitars sent to us from Florida, from the factory from Dean Guitars, to be signed by the War band, which you see right there. How about it?
Wait. Let me show something to you.
Give him his head.
Put a strap on.
Go ahead. Stop being afraid.
You look like a Chinese version of Jimi Hendrix. Like it looks kind of real, kind of like the same. Made in China.
Made in China. Turn the face this way.
All right, come on, David. Panchio. I can. That's a Dean guitar.
You
gotta go like this. Well, you're not holding it. Let me do this.
Purple Haze! Oh, that's your brother.
I like. That's a video. We're taking a video so we can move. We got some herb.
Some lucky person is gonna win this, and we're just pick the number. We'd also like to thank all the veterans that are here today. Without them, none of this would be possible.
Rock me, baby.
Come on, Stuart. Look at the.
Rock me all night long. There you go. That's Lonnie holding your guitar.
All right.
Go ahead, move in.
Come on, Stuart. Watch that point there.
Rock me, baby.
Get the salad out of there.
We can't be seen with a Dean guitar.
Night long.
Quick rock me, baby. Yes. Rock me all night long.
Can we get a shot of you guys together? We need a...
Rock me without the torch. I'd rather smoke it in the daytime. Play your horn.
He said horn, not whistle.
Oh, forgot my whistle.
It's gonna suck tonight. The show is gonna suck tonight. It's full of. That's why.
No, you didn't.
Hi, I'm Russell from the Arizona Music Show. Did you know that each and every episode of the Arizona Music Show showcases professional and independent musicians from around the world? If you would like to be a professional featured artist or band, or would like to submit your original music for scoring on one of our programs, please visit thearizonamusicshow.com for details. Hi, I'm Russell from Arizona Music. We have two locations, AZ Music at 3510 East Bell Road in Phoenix, and AZ Drum and Music, which is 223 Grove Avenue, that's downtown Prescott. We're a full-line music store. We have just about everything you can imagine, as well as repairs, band instrument repairs, electronic repairs, keyboards, you name it. We also have two music schools. We have Arizona Music School in Phoenix and Prescott Music School in Prescott. We teach just about everything you can imagine. So come and see us. We'd be happy to greet you.
This week, the Arizona Music Show caught up with War frontman Lonnie Jordan to talk about the history of the band and its outlook for the future.
Lonnie Jordan is my name. Keyboard playing. And drums, and guitar, and bass. Believe it or not, but keyboard is my primary instrument. The history of War goes all the way back to 1961, before it was called War. We were called the Creators. And we used to play hole in the wall, dives, you know, and a lot of blues. We played a lot of blues. Back then, that was considered hip-hop today, you know, because it was street message. And unfortunately, back then, the blues was more violent than hip-hop today, believe it or not. So here we are. That's my history. Gospel and blues.
What's your plans for the future, War?
Music. More music and more. What we're doing right now, we're in the middle of creating a brand new CD, and we're collaborating with some young, beautiful people out of Chicago. One guy by the name of Malik. Malik, that guy right there. Uh-oh, you don't want to be a part. All right.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, sorry, that's right. It's a secret. All right, erase that. That's right. It's a secret. Well,
kind of a secret.
Well, let's put it like this. Let me just talk about Malik, whether he's a part of it or not.
Yes.
Malik is a great writer, to me. He's a great writer, spoken word poet, and I love his stories. It reminds me so much of where we came from back in the late 60s, early 70s, when Eric Burden was with us, Eric Burden War, when we used to improvise our music, like Spill the Wine, which was one of our first songs, which was one of our first rap songs. And but the rapper was a white British guy, Eric Burden. So, and not to mention the fact that we had this Latin music, Latin funk on top of, or may I say on the bottom of this rap song called Spill the Wine. And that's pretty much what I feel is pretty similar to what Malik is about today. It's about what we were back then, improvised music, like making movies, man. You know, that's what we were doing back then, making movies through music.
Do you feel as energized in the creative process today as versus back in your debut years?
For sure, yeah. More energy now than I had back then. Back then I was lackadaisic. You know, I was still learning. I was still pretty much amazed with the technology back then, and that was old technology. You know, I was like, wow, a tape machine. Wow, look at all this stuff, man. Wow, look at this big recording board. Wow, so this is what I hear on the radio? But the energy that I had back then, I think I spent more energy being hypnotized by all the equipment than actually creating the music fast enough, or faster. Like I'm doing now, I create music much faster than I did back then because my energy is much more high. But I create more music now, and I'm happy about that, and I'm like really ecstatic about the new technology today, that everything can be done by a push of a button, you know, and problem I have with that is that when someone asks me a question about, well, do you remember when you were hanging out with Jimi Hendrix? I would have to say to you, I could remember a little bit of it, but it was so long ago. I tell you what, Google it. It's information about Eric Burden of War that the Ronnie Scott's in England. You know, the last night before Jimi Hendrix passed away, he jammed with us. But there's more information about it, true information, when you Google it. But back then, you couldn't Google it. You had to go deep into a library to find out about all that.
So you've adapted relatively well to current technology?
Yeah, oh, very well. I have to. In the business that I'm in, you know, I have to. So, but I love technology. I'm quick learning when it comes to that. I don't let any technology run my life, you know, and I pretty much want to have like options on whether I want to use it or not. But although I still write, I still use the pen, I still read books.
Last question would be, what advice would you have, if any, to give to the young, independent, aspiring musicians of today?
Inspiring words is to stay on top of their business. If they want to be into the music business, it is the music business, you know. But learn how to play an instrument also. You gotta learn how to play an instrument, man. You gotta do that. I'm not saying it because I'm being selfish about the fact that I can play, but playing music is a great medication, and it'll definitely help you stay away from other medications that you should not be involved into. And I would say stay on top of your business. That other medication is the green. I don't mean just green juice, green dollars. You know, so there you go.
Due to contractual obligations, the band requested that we not shoot their performance, but they were kind enough to provide us with past performance footage that we have enhanced with John Siemens photographs from the Prescott Valley show.
And they know the fellas always seem to drive them crazy. We wrote this next song because you drive your ladies crazy. Sometimes your ladies just want to kill you, but instead they rather love you. Don't make us have to write another song like this again, but then again, it pays well. This next song, fellas, I'm sorry, but it's about you. All the party people in the house, come on! Everybody sing now! Why and I'd like to be the president, so I can show you how your money's spent. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Yeah. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? All right, can we be friends? It's your turn. Why can't we be friends? Your turn. I know you're working for the CIA. That's right. They wouldn't have you win the